Well, we want to give you a live look in downtown Indianapolis in the Bottle Works district here. All quiet and cold. People starting to get up and head to their workouts this morning or taking their dogs for a walk. And yes, maybe still have that IU fight song going on in their head this morning after the big Saturday night win.
Yeah, or maybe you woke up and decided to make that your alarm on Monday morning. Don't blame you. Hey, happy Monday to you. Welcome to a new week. Yeah, it's Victory Monday for all IU fans today.
Yes, and we know we've got a ton of them in-house here and all over the state, so you're one of them, and what a victory for them. So we'll have more on all of that this morning. Also, our Colts, it wasn't the greatest game for them on Sunday.
It was an emotional roller coaster for Indiana sports fans this weekend. Yeah, we're going to talk more about that injury to Daniel Jones and kind of what the quarterback situation for the rest of the season looks like.
Not good.
We'll see.
Kind of like our temperatures. We know that it's December. We're getting closer to the holidays, so we can deal with it. You say we get a little bit of sunshine, and that definitely will help.
A little cold today, but the sun also going to be something welcomed. We do have some warmer temperatures headed our way for Tuesday into Wednesday. Before today, we'll just layer up and enjoy some sun later on. High pressure to our north is going to help to clear the sky out for us as we roll through our Monday. We've got this weak system to our south that is bringing some light scattered snow across the very far southern tier of the state down near the Ohio River Valley. So if your travel plans take it down there, do want you to be prepared for potentially some slick travel between Louisville and Cincinnati. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good across the rest of the state. Our sky, again, mainly clear as we take you out to Connersville this morning. Been loving the views here. All of the holiday lights getting us into that Christmas spirit. And temperatures, well, feeling certainly like winter still this morning. Richmond, we're at 19. It is 18 in Muncie and 11 in Kokomo, 21 here in the city. A northern half of the state, though, where the sky has been clearing out and we still have that ongoing snowpack. The wind chill values have been in the single digits so far today there. So layering up, a good idea. Even heading into this afternoon, we're going to stay below average with a high of 30. Coming up, we're going to be talking about that next rain chance comes in Tuesday night, but also brings in a brief warming trend. That's in your 7-day forecast. 6:02 here on this Monday. Let's get you updated with the crash here in the traffic center that we've been following near downtown. This is causing some issues at this point. We had a multi-car crash approaching the north split. So this is going to be I-70 westbound. Those two travel lanes that'll take you on to 65 northbound through the north split. That's where this issue is located. It's also blocking that shoulder as well. So everyone kind of merging out of that far right travel lane. That is starting to cause some backups here. You can see where that camera was located. That was looking toward the north split. We are in the red approaching the scene of that crash. So that delay is likely to build, not registering anything major just yet. But if you're coming into the city on I-70 West, be prepared for a little bit of a slowdown.
Back on the redistricting debate, it'll pick back up again in actually just a few hours, but this time in the Senate.
The House passed HB 1032 on Friday, a bill that could change the state's congressional map. Anna Chalker has been on this story for well over a week now and talks about what we could expect in the Senate today. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. So this is step 2 in the path Republicans have paved to really create this new congressional map. But this will be the hardest stop of all of it. And that's because Senate President Pro Temp Rod Bray has said from the start of this debate, there are not enough votes in the Senate. So HB 1032 passed 57-41 in the House on Friday, with 12 Republicans voting against it. It did not take long for the House to pass this bill, even with a lot of pushback coming from public testimony. Now, over in the Senate, many have been firm on how they feel about the proposed map, and that's why Bray made his comments earlier. And that's led to national eyes on the Senate, like President Trump, issues within the party, and threats made to dozens of lawmakers over their position on this. And even though the bill is in the Senate's hands now, there is still divide on this in the House.
We felt like it was important for us to be a part of that and to make sure that, you know, we used every tool we could to support a strong Republican majority.
Unfortunately, now we've set the stage to start to do this. Unfortunately, now more often than when it should be done, which is once every 10 years.
The Senate will meet at 12:30 to introduce other bills on today's agenda. And the Committee on Elections, they will be focusing on the redistricting bill. That'll start at 1:30. And with this first day in the Senate, lawmakers, they want to hear from you. They want to hear from the voters about all this, because this is who this is going to impact if all these maps are going to be changing. So coming up, we'll share up how you can sign up for public testimony. That's going to start the first day of the Senate, is getting these comments out there so they get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and hopefully there are times for people actually to make time to be able to give their comment. Thank you, Anna.
Well, this morning, 300 Indiana National Guard soldiers are in Washington, D.C. The National Guard tells us they'll be helping local and federal law enforcement combat crime in our nation's capital. We'll keep you posted on any new developments with their deployment or when they might be headed back home. New this morning, IMPD is investigating a shooting on the southwest side that sent a man to the hospital in critical condition.
Take a look at this map. This is where this happened just after midnight this morning at a home on Caven Street. It's near Minnesota Street and Lyndhurst Drive, just east of the old airport, if you're familiar with that area. That's where officers found that man shot.
We still have very limited details on what led up to this shooting and have been reaching out to IMPD to provide us with an update once they get one.
And also this morning, the Indianapolis Fire Department sharing some videos of a fire yesterday at a vacant building on the near north side. This is on 22nd Street near the Monon Trail.
You can see the flames and the clouds of smoke there going into the air. The fire department told us that a building that's been vacant for more than 20 years.
IFD says it's been broken into several times and occupied by squatters mostly. The building, though, used to be the home of the National Motor Vehicle Company. This built cars up until World War I, including the car that won the second ever Indy 500.
A board member of Indiana Automotive tells us many people didn't know the building's legacy, but says he's sad to see the history lost.
It's the equivalent to the Stutz building burning down before it became the Stutz. It was the last of the big warehouses that really meant something to the automotive industry here in Indianapolis, in Indiana, and nationally.
IFD tells us this is still under investigation, but neighbors did report seeing 50 to 100 people going into that building for a party. No one was hurt, but it did take over 3 hours to get the fire under control.
Well, a scary close call for police and firefighters in Carmel. These are pictures from the fire department saying that a suspected drunk driver slammed into a police car and a fire engine Saturday night. This is on 146th Street near Spring Mill Ponds. The fire department says the crews were actually caring for a patient from another accident when this car came slamming into them. Thankfully, no firefighters or anyone standing by were hurt.